Hey everyone, welcome back to, I think, the 15th episode of a Fireside Chat. I can't believe you guys aren't getting bored with us, but we are happy as always to invite you into our living room. I'm Rick.
I'm Heather. So glad you guys could join us this week. We decided to do something a little different, kind of along the same lines of getting to know Rick and Heather.
Yeah, it's summertime, and summer season is blockbuster season. This is typically a time of movies. Big movies coming out. I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of theaters around the country, because they aren't doing a lot of releases, they're playing old movies, classic movies, fan favorites.
Yeah.
So we thought we would share with you some of our favorite movies.
Right.
So are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
I went first last week.
Okay.
And so you're going to share your favorite 5 movies.
My top 5 movies.
And I'll share my top 5 movies.
Right.
Okay. Before we share, what's the criterion that you use to pick your movie?
Movies that I like.
You just have to like them.
I like them a lot.
Okay.
Well, you know, movies that I've watched several times. I'm not sick of them.
Okay. So
I hold that timeless quality about them.
I'm not a movie critic. I'm not a movie snob, and I don't want to demean anybody who is. But I'm not looking for artistic value. If I'm stuck in a cabin on lockdown for 2 or 3 years,
we're stuck in COVID.
And these are the only
4 or 6 months.
These are the only 5 movies I can watch.
Right.
This is what I'm picking.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And they had an impact on me as a kid.
I'm gonna start sharing.
Share. What's your number 1?
My number 5. We're gonna start with number 5 is The Three Amigos. Thank you, Jay, for the last minute help in changing my mind.
Jay Meyer coming in.
Jay Meyer,
yeah.
he had an opinion, and he reminded me how much I love The Three Amigos. I love The Three Amigos. Used to watch this all the time with my dad and my siblings. I quote them all the time if I'm not singing My Little Buttercup. Yeah.
Would you say you have a plethora of memories
plethora of memories
from this movie?
Yes.
Are we going to alternate?
Sure.
Is it my turn?
Yeah,
I'm not going in any particular order,
okay.
but I'm saving.
Okay, so there you go. Number 5 for Heather is The Three Amigos.
Three Amigos. I'm going with Braveheart. Braveheart. Robert Nash. I know you love this one.
It's a great movie.
Every guy loves it. Mm-hmm. This is just a great movie. It's about freedom, and we have Scottish heritage.
Right. Even though the story of Braveheart is a little backwards and not necessarily historically accurate.
Not only is it not historically accurate, it is nowhere close. The true Braveheart was Robert the Bruce.
Robert the Bruce.
And he earned the name after his death. A friend of his was leading a group of men in battle, and his friend actually was carrying his heart in a jar.
Yeah.
As gross as that may sound. And they were afraid of being overwhelmed by their enemy. And his friend, who was leading this group of soldiers, threw it out into the battlefield and yelled out, "Lead on, O Braveheart, and I will follow thee."
Right.
And it was a rallying cry, and they won the day.
Anyway, but the totally false story of Braveheart is on your top 5.
That's right. Totally false version, top 5.
Right. Nice. Okay. Number 4 for me is The Proposal. This is the funny one with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
Slightly embarrassed.
Totally. You should be embarrassed. This movie makes me laugh just thinking about it.
You are influencing our children.
I know. How do you think that goes for us?
Okay.
And our kids.
All right, listen.
Poor kids.
Listen, the next one, it may not be a true story, but this is a movie for guys who are tired of being pushed around. Rambo First Blood. All he wanted was something to eat. And you drew First Blood.
Right. Yes. Yes, that was a movie.
Listen, I'm watching this with Jack.
I think we watched all the Rambo movies.
Yeah.
I like them too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for kind of a cheater one. Number 3 for me is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The entire trilogy, not only were they fabulous books, but the movies were so well done, and it was easy to just be transported there.
We've consulted with the judges. They will accept that. So that's the only trilogy that will accept as one
Who are
movie.
the judges?
All right, you did Lord of the Rings. All right, here's one. Red Dawn. I'm curious, guys, the men who are my age, after watching Red Dawn as a kid, how many times did you imagine when you were in school, you just let yourself daydream what happened if bad guys took over my school, what would you do? As a middle school boy, I was always daydreaming about that very scenario.
The original Red Dawn, not the remake.
The remake is an embarrassment, and the nation of America should be ashamed. It's the version from the 80s. That's the only true version of Red Dawn.
Okay. All right. Number 2 for me is Pride and Prejudice. This is the 2005 edition.
Okay.
Not the older one that goes on for years and years and years. The one that fits neatly into like an hour and 45-minute package.
I happen to agree with Mark Twain when he said any library that does not contain books by Jane Austen is a great library, even if it has no books.
Have you ever read Jane Austen?
I've watched enough of her movies.
No.
She's a pretty boring gal.
Oh my gosh, we're not even married right now.
Mr. Darcy. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Is it my turn?
It. It's your turn.
It's my turn. Here we go, fellas. Tombstone. I'll be your Huckleberry. Are you going to smoke that chuck wagon or just stand there and bleed? Come on, this is a great movie. This is
a good movie.
This is an incredibly quotable movie.
Right.
Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday.
Yep.
Okay.
Love it. Okay. My number 1 favorite movie is The Princess Bride. Is anybody worried about the ROUSs?
Oh. Rodents of unusual size.
The rodents of unusual size.
Yes. Marriage is what brings us together.
But not tonight.
Well, listen. I don't know why this is dividing us. We're just. I did make fun of Jane Austen.
You did.
And you love Jane Austen.
I do.
So I've got one more.
All right.
And this is obscure. Listen, if you know this movie, like if you've ever seen this movie and you can remember it, you need to email me and let me know because we'll be best friends. It's The Dream Team. If you've never seen The Dream Team, you need to find it and you need to watch The Dream Team. And I really hope that I'm not misremembering any inappropriate content from that movie. But it's from the 80s, stars Michael Keaton, and it's a group of guys from a residential mental health facility. They're battling all kinds of various mental health challenges. They get lost in Manhattan. All kinds of hijinks and shenanigans.
It's a good movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
I love it.
So there you have it. That's Rick and Heather's top 10 movie choices.
If you make your own summer blockbuster list,
right,
or pick from our list.
I would like to challenge Robert Nash to post his top 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. Nash, you've been called out. Let's see what you do with this one. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.